What's going on, guys? My name is teftyteft. Welcome to part 2 of the vlog of building a new stream PC. Went, for the most part, excellent, up until I got to XSplit, which you can see is loaded on that screen in the back of me right now. XSplit caused a bunch of issues because of my cap cards and USB stuff and all that. Just a whole bunch of rigmarole that I had to go through. Ended up spending at least 2 days on it, but luckily it looks like it's working right now, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it stays that way. I'm going to do a test stream today, well, a couple test streams to see if I do get any blue screen errors or anything like that. My initial install, my Focusrite had a problem, and it was a bad driver install. So that reinstalling that helped fixing it. Well, okay, I had to actually completely reinstall Windows, and the first time around, I installed Windows and then installed motherboard drivers and then installed the cap card drivers and Focusrite drivers and all that stuff. And that's when I started getting problems. So I decided to roll it back completely, 100%, go fresh install Windows 10. I also updated to the Anniversary Edition on the first time around. The second time around, I stayed away from the Anniversary Edition. Didn't do anything like that. I stayed away from going with the motherboard drivers also because I wanted it as clean as possible. I didn't install the Realtek drivers or anything like that. And I also took out one HD60 card, HD60 Pro card from Elgato, and I put an AverMedia card in there. Actually, before I did the rebuild, I tried 2 AverMedia cards, and it was still problems and so on and so forth, which made me realize that it's fundamental driver issues on the motherboard. This time around, I decided to go with an AverMedia card for my camera, which is right there, that thing. AverMedia card for the camera capture, and then Elgato card for the gameplay capture. Because with the 2 Elgato cards, I was having issues also where I'd boot up the computer and one of the cap cards wasn't turned on. This was happening on my 3770K also, the older build. So I think that's an actual fundamental driver problem with Elgato that they haven't fixed if you do run multiple cards. One card seems to work fine so long as you have not installed that multiple card driver, because once you install that driver, it seems to screw things up. So approached it with the single Elgato card, HD60 Pro, and the AverMedia C985 Live Gamer. Ultimately, I'd like to switch over to Magewell in the future, or Magwell, however you pronounce it, get one of those like 2 or 4 Pro Capture HDMI cards. I think that would be better in the long run, because I think the drivers are probably more stable because they just use generic drivers, and typically those are going to be more stable for a cap card. I don't really care about features like the game capture software is great, but I do more streaming anyway, so I'm more concerned about a solid stream capture, and I think the Magewells do a better job at that. So in the future, I gotta save up money, hopefully get either the 2-port or the 4-port HDMI capture cards, and then I would also reduce confusion with drivers as well, because I wouldn't have AverMedia drivers loaded and Elgato drivers loaded at the same time to jump into XSplit. Let's have a look at the computer actually. So here's the back of the computer. The other thing that I realized as well is that some of the HD or USB ports were kind of throwing confusion. So this is the Focusrite USB cable, and it actually works better in USB 2.0. So that was a big thing that I discovered when messing around with stuff. All these ports, or I mean all these cables, were plugged in specific order when I was testing it, because it actually made a big difference. So that was huge right there. Here's the inside of the computer. Oh my goodness, look at that. Another thing I had to do was install a fan by the hard drives, the 3.5-inch hard drives that I put on the bottom, because they were getting very hot. So I installed a fan in the bottom front of the case, and I think that helped also. That might have been an issue as well. Some of those might have been overheating and then causing issues with the actual SATA ports. But overall, it's looking really good, and hopefully the stream test that I do is successful. It doesn't have any issues. Because I'm really happy so far. Alright, so I'm going to do a stream test, see how it goes, and then do a follow-up, and then Memes can cut this video together for part 2 of the vlog.
What? Got Dear John's Mighty Kage Cherry.
Hi, that's right.
I see you, JMH. I see you.
Memes is like off to my side. You want to say hi to the chat, babe?
Okay. Hi, Hi guys.
There's memes.
Hi beautiful people.
Oh, I don't have my screen to flick the bird because I rebuilt everything because I was afraid of all kinds of stuff breaking. So I just broke it completely down to the bare essentials, guys. Bare essentials. That's right. So we're looking good so far. Did test stream, 2 hours of streaming. Didn't have any problems. My audio is a little out of sync, so I need to just fix that. But once I fix that, I think it's a successful build. I mean, I really went from the bottom because like started out good. It all launched and everything. It was great, and then blue screen of death, problems from drivers and all that made me really like so pissed off, frustrated. And then doing the rebuild, and finally here I am today streaming. Like, it's great, feels awesome. Really happy that it's working now. Thank you so much for watching. This has been part 2 of my vlog of building a new stream computer. Very happy with the results, it's looking good. So if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, sub to the channel if you want to see more content. And like I said in the previous video, Memes and I are going to be vlogging more regularly, and we're going to be doing that on Tefty and Memes channel. I'll put a link in the description if you want to check that out for more vlogs that are not just specifically stream tech game related. So guys, beautiful, love you all. Deuces.